Hello again, it's me. This time it's the Rolling Stones again. My review of my SACD collection of the Rolling Stones. For those that don't know what SACD is, it's Super Audio Compact Disc, surround sound CDs. We'll start off with my personal favourite Rolling Stones album. That's Let It Bleed. The SACDs were released by Abco Records in 2002. I've got the majority of them and got them whole. They come in a digipack form, and here's the inside of Let It Bleed. They're a fold out with loads of information, and that's Let It Bleed. Move on to the second one. In no particular order, I'm afraid. Not apart from Let It Bleed being my favourite, being the first. We're proceeding a bit haphazardly for them. It's Out of Our Heads, the Rolling Stones. You can see there's Keith on the frame, the mid-60s picture. Again, the style is exactly the same as Let It Bleed, a fold out with information. And that's all these are Super Audio releases. Probably my second favourite album. In its original sleeve, which was never released at the time, when it was vinyl in the late 60s. Again, the package is sort of reminiscent. There's a little certificate of authentication in this one. Make it feel a bit more limited edition, I guess, but it's not. They're not. To my knowledge, they're not limited. Metamorphosis, a controversial compilation album of what can only be termed as demos and outtakes. Not bad. Looking retrospectively at the time, it was a bit of derision with it. Again, the fold-out design. Another certificate of authentication in that one. We're on to number 5 here. Oops, we'll edit that later. There's Central Majesty's Request. Another fairly controversial album, Psychedelia. This hasn't got, obviously, the original album had a 3D picture there. This is not 3D, obviously. Again, it's in the same style of the other SACD releases. We're on to another album, December's Children. And you will have noticed, if you've been keen-eyed, that these are based on the American releases, which obviously will cause a bit of confusion with British fans. You're not aware of that. And this was called December's Children. Again, it's in the same style with the fold-out. On to another compilation roundup sort of album at the time, Flowers. Again, this one has got a little certificate of authentication in there. Again, it's a very similar style. Well, they're all the same, actually. Similar. I'll stop doing that at this point. Now a major compilation album, Hot Rocks, from the early 60s, beginning of the 70s, embroiled in all sorts of arguments, I guess. This one's slightly different. It's a double album, so it's got a little booklet attached and the 2 SACDs in there. And a fairly interesting cover. A classic one from the 60s, Aftermath. Again, this is written back to that style of opening. On to another American-based compilation, 12x5 from the Rolling Stones. Between the Buttons, another mid-60s one. The UK version of Out of House, which has a slightly different track listing. The second in the series, the Hot Rocks compilation. Again, this is slightly different to some of the others, and it's got the fold out with the booklet attached. And we're on to the American version of Rolling Stones' first album, England's Newest Hitmakers. And the first ever track, not Fade Away, on an album. Rolling Stones Now, another what would be perceived as an American release by British fans. And the final SACD I've got is the, I think one of the better compilations, the Singles Collection, The London Years, which is a 3 CD, was originally released in a 12-inch box set, but it's been condensed down into this for the SACD release. There's a booklet in, as you can see, if I manage to get all that in. 3 CDs are spread across the wideness of the release. So that's the SACD collection. The next part in this will be the standard CDs, and then we'll be moving on to the DVDs and Blu-rays. If anyone is still with me at that point, good on you. Goodbye.